In more than 20 years of practicing medicine, I've collected interesting facts about your body. Join me on a tour head to toe of
Your body is interesting.
So now we're going to talk about your eyes. Both eyebrows and eyelashes, their purpose is to keep dust that might settle from getting in your eyes. If some dust should get in your eyes, you've got a third line of defense, your eyelids, which are like little shields. And every time you blink, if there is any dust that got through, it sort of wipes it away like a windshield wiper. The rate at which people blink is once every 5 seconds. When you speak, you blink more than that. When you read, it's less than that. You ever notice that babies' eyes seem so big compared to their face? Actually, their eyes remain the same size from infancy, and their face sort of grows into a larger size later in life. The outer surface of your eyes, which is clear, you've got this coat, this clear coat, it's called the cornea. And the thing that's unique about that part of your body is it has no blood vessels at all. So if you were to scratch your eye, scratch your cornea, you have no way of getting white blood cells to go to the area to fight infection or to also repair the damaged tissue. That's why if you scratch your eye, it's such a big deal and you need to run to the eye doctor. Your cornea is kept moist by your tear ducts. Speaking of tears, since there's no gravity in space, if an astronaut were to cry, he wouldn't be able to. You can't cry in space, which sounds sort of poetic, no tears in space. Now, although the lens inside your eye is predominantly responsible for bending light and focusing images onto your retina, your cornea does contribute to this too, and that's how contact lenses work. They augment the curvature of your cornea and bend the light just right. If you ever were to lose a contact lens, here's a good trick. You turn the lights off, you wait for it to be dark, turn the lights off, you get down on the floor with a flashlight and sort of shine it across the floor, and you'll see the sparkle of the contact lens. That's the easiest way to find them. Believe it or not, back in Leonardo da Vinci's time, he made a sketch designing contact lenses way back then. It's remarkable. Now, the colored ring around your pupil is called your iris. Iris is from Greek. It means rainbow. And it's like the diaphragm of a camera. It can get bigger and smaller and make your pupil bigger or smaller, letting in more and less light. If you were to ask a person what color is your pupil, most people would say black. Actually, it's clear. The inside of your eye, like the inside of a camera, is dark and it's black, and so it only appears black. In fact, if you were to be a little person inside your eyeball looking out through your pupil, it would be like looking through a round window at a bright day. The word pupil is from the Latin pupilla, which means little figure or doll, because the reflection of everything you see can be seen in your pupil. So it's like a little figure of, say you're looking at a dog, of a little dog, or a person of a little person. Years ago in Italy, women used to use this drug called belladonna to make their pupils big. A fad at the time was to have big pupils. In fact, belladonna is Italian for beautiful woman. Speaking of fads, did you ever notice in the Mona Lisa painting she has no eyebrows? The reason for that was also a fad. People would pluck their eyebrows. Go figure. Now, I'd mentioned that iris means rainbow or colors. The way colors work is black is no color at all, and white is the combination of all colors. Sunlight is white. When the sun shines at noon and goes straight down through the atmosphere acts as a filter, and from all the white, which is all the colors, the only thing that it allows to pass is the blue part, and that's why the sky looks blue. At sunset, the sky looks red, and the reason for that is that when the sun is at a lower angle, the light rays aren't going straight through, they're passing tangentially, which is a longer path through the atmosphere, and consequently the atmosphere filters out in a different way and allows only passing red, and so sunsets look reddish. Now, inside your eye is the lens. It looks like a little contact lens. If it gets cloudy, as can occur with aging, termed cataracts, that's Latin for the word waterfall, because when they do get cloudy, it's as if what you see is as if you're standing behind a waterfall looking out through the water coming down, and this sort of obscured vision. Glasses, much the same way that contact lenses augment the cornea's bending of light, external glasses, like I'm wearing, contribute to the bending of light of the lens inside your eye. Speaking of glass, glass is an interesting substance. It's called an amorphous polymer. Technically, it's a liquid. It's not a solid. You think of it as a solid. And being this thick liquid, with time, it drips. So if you go up to a window pane of like an old building and you rattle the window, the top edge is thinned out and the bottom's thick, so the glass will fit snugly at the bottom of the frame, and the window will vibrate at the top edge. Now, the reason you can see through glass is that the molecules making up the glass are very loosely spaced, the way molecules in water have a lot of empty space between them, and this allows the light to pass through, and so it appears clear. Now, the center of your eyeball is filled with fluid. If the pressure in that fluid is great, that's called glaucoma. Believe it or not, marijuana decreases the pressure inside your eye for glaucoma. Washington grew that stuff in his garden, and Queen Victoria's physicians used to prescribe that to her for PMS. In 1900, in the United States, you could actually buy that over the counter. Same thing with heroin. If you were to ingest the substance, it stays in your system for as long as a month. Now, this fluid inside your eye can condense and congeal and form little densities, little flakes. And when the light comes through this fluid, these flakes cast a shadow on the retina, and you see like a little shadow. That's what floaters are. And so if you jut your eyes quickly to the side, since it truly is something floating, it'll float across this way. And unfortunately, they get trapped in there. And when you're still, they settle at the bottom of your eyeball out of the line of vision, but they're trapped in there. Fortunately, your brain learns to sort of factor out floaters, and so although they're still there, you just don't notice them as much. Now, when the light finally makes it to the very back of your eye, your retina, which is like a projection screen, the effect of the lens is to make the images upside down and backwards. There's some words actually wouldn't make a difference. If you write the word choice cod and hold that in front of a mirror, it won't look any different. Similarly, the year 1961 reads the same right side up as it does upside down. That won't happen with a year in our calendar again for quite a while, specifically the year 6009. Now, lesions in the retina would be difficult to get at with a scalpel. So what they do is they use lasers as a sort of scalpel. The beams of the laser are so intense that they cut like a razor blade. Incidentally, the word laser is an acronym. It's light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation.